Peterson's effort.
And is that allowed?
Good decision.
So no play on advantage for North Melbourne. Harvey's ball. A rare opportunity to field the Sharon.
Got to get back here, West Coast Eagles. Clog up the 50 so the small Kangaroo forwards don't have any space to lead in.
Sort of slow old stuff. Really suits West Coast.
Brad Scott working overtime. Harvey sideways, short to right.
Should look to go here.
He could go all the way. He shorts it perfect. Edwards. He is a sharpshooter.
Because he got on his bike. Yeah, if he had gone back and kicked over the man in the mark, that space wouldn't have been there. So good play by Harvey. But look at right, straight away, he had a bit of a slip. Bang, the forwards are moving.
Terrible defence.
Shocking defence when you've had that long to set it up.
Should have had the hand across the front so he couldn't move.
19 minutes gone, final term. Edwards sends it goalward. They've got some change in their pocket left, and another roll of the dice to come.
Well, much better play by North Melbourne. You look at this. Look how long they've got. They create a loose man here, right? So the West Coast players are guarding space, but they're standing there like statues. Look at that.
He's not even in the picture.
How do you allow that when you've had to wait for the ball to get kicked back from about 80 metres away? You've had time to set your zone up, get your players back behind the ball, yet two players marked uncontested in the forward line, in the forward 50.
Big Cox going up to full forward too. I was just about to say the Kangaroos need to capitalise while he's off the ground, but straight back on and up to the goal front.
And not into the ruck. From the ball up, 10 points the margin. Some life in this yet. Swallow knows it, takes them on. Floats it to full forward. Tough ball to be marking. Glass had a piece of it. Pushed out of it. No free. Zeeble had a piece of it. Shepherd's over it. He's caught. Gang tackled. Adams. He can cut it to 4. Game on.
Centre clearances are critical in a tight game of footy. And Swallow, who I think's been terrific today, he just gets it done. He's had 7 clearances himself. And just forced it forward, didn't they, really? Sometimes you don't need the nice, pretty kick that goes out in space and the bloke runs on and takes a chest mark. Sometimes get it down quick, get into a dangerous area and make the defence think about being under pressure. And that's what they did. North just waited forward, goal.
Over to you, Woosher. Brad Scott said this week, don't feel sorry for North Melbourne anymore. They've got a good list. They've got good facilities. Time to start winning. And now is their time. Right now, Shuey gave it up to Selwood. West Coast get the clearance. They lead by 4, but still a ton of time left. 6 minutes and 50.
Who's going to stand up? It's time to stand up, win this game. You want to get a win in round 1. It can kickstart the season, get the confidence up so you can attack it into the middle of the year.
Pedersen knocks it down, but straight to Shuey. Gang tackled, going nowhere. Wells getting a last rest, you'd think. Surely be back on for the last 4 or 5.
Another great tackle by Andrew Swallow there. He's had 7 clearances and 4 tackles as well.
Darling out of the ruck. Nikoski.
You know he's having a reasonable game when Brady Rawlings is his opponent. The #1 shutdown man. Obviously with LeCras off injured. They haven't needed to go to him because he looked pretty dangerous on McMahon early.
From the ball in, Cunnington, Pritis, tied up. Difficult to know now for some players whether to take the chance and attack or defend a little, make sure their man doesn't win it for the opposition. Ball up. Pedersen knocks it down. Swallow having an influence. Couldn't find a target with the handball. Harvey, tackle on his tagger, Adam Selwood. Ball back alive. Adams through traffic, right, threw it up. Swallow, swallowed. Rosa back inside 50. North Melbourne with the numbers here. Ebert attacks it, shrugs one, gets around the other, bends it towards the goal square. Almost Brown couldn't quite cut it off. McMahon superb. Farito out of trouble. Straight down the middle. Swallow can get and go.
Now he's got nothing. He's got one player in the forward 50 here, and it's Jack Zeeble.
So Wright looks up. Zeeble in a 1-on-2. Tough ball to be grabbing. Here's half grab. Hearn. And now on the open side, Lynch can get and go.
Gee, that's a good kick out of the fence.
Oh, he took the step. Umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. Back to Hearn.
Well, he's on. Oh, no. They're off here. Run.
Shepherd. So on the open side, Waters. Got Pritis or Gaff. Goes inboard instead. Might turn it over. Does turn it over. Farito. That was a horrendous decision. Thomas looks up. He might go all the way for home.
What's he doing?
Shorts it instead. Zeeble, bouncing ball. Back to Thomas. He's kicked 4. Gets tackled. The man of the moment can't grab it. He was grabbed, wanted a free. Waters, half-back flank.
They're tired, these boys out here.
Season opener between these two has been a classic. Shepherd, another turnover perhaps. Gaff, boundary line, buffeted out. Ball in.
Oh, Waters was looking up. He had no one to go to again. He was screaming out for someone to make a lead, but ended up having to handball inside. And the guys are so tired. They just bomb the ball on the boot and hope for the best. But anyone's game here at the 24.5-minute mark.
Pedersen, he edged out his opponent still. No Cox in the ruck. Cunnington caught. Got a half handball away. It was legal according to the umpire. Adams tried to go off the deck, missed it. Rosa, Pritis.
Good kick.
Yeah. Short
kick.
Kennedy. Now Cox is in the goal square. It's up high. That's how he wants it. 1-on-1. Cox went for the reach. Nikoski.
She was good pressure
from behind.
Well done, Cam Richardson. Look at this. What a daunting task for a bloke who's given away about 8 inches.
And about 200 games of experience.
But he did well. The big fella's only deep forward, not to stretch north. He's there because he's cramping and he's tired.
Turnover, Waters. 5 points the margin.
Well, they've had 14 inside 50 entries to 7 in the quarter, but North have only been in 7 times. They've kicked 2 goals.
Hearn.
They've got to still believe they can win this, West Coast. They can't save it. They've got to go on attack and try and kick the next goal.
Cox wants it long and high again. It's in his direction. Goes up, almost. Well played by Swallow. Just got a hand in time. Scott Selwood went low trying to get the free. So too Shuey sucked the umpire in.
Cox is cramping up severely down here at half forward.
He's in a world of pain, boys, but he's hanging tough. He's just trying to draw a taller option, so he can't keep playing, but he won't go into the ruck any further of this game, boys.
And be careful not to pull a muscle when you're cramping that severely.
Now, Shannon Hearn's hanging around here. And he's a thumping kick.
Harvey's just realised that.
Yeah, that's experience. He wasn't going to let that happen. We could just dag around and just go whack from 55. Look, Shuey's is a pretty good kick, actually.
Strikes it and sends it all the way home.
Well, it'll be very interesting now how North attack this last 3 minutes. The big fella, Big Dean Cox, is going, right, let's get some numbers behind the ball. Not traditionally what West Coast do, but good effort by the big fella. He is actually hurting at the moment, badly cramping. But that is a powerful kick by Luke Shuey. Just put the head down. Not much Brody Wills could do there. But to punch it from 55 at this time of the game, great effort.
Good game by Shuey. 20 disposals and a goal. He'd be wrapped with that in round 1.
They got a massive raps on Luke Shuey, the West Coast. John Worsfold talks about his midfield going forward. He's always part of the conversation.
Umpire will call for a rebounce.
Been a bit rusty, the umps, with the bouncing.
It was a pick 18, Luke Shuey, back in 2008, so they did spend a relatively early pick on him. Ball tossed in the air. Still 3 minutes to travel. Wells went off the deck. Lynch. And a high tackle. Fortuitous. Adams. Crowd restless again.
Well, they will be if they get a quick goal.
Lindsay Thomas, the go-to man. Can't get there to attempt the mark. Might go off the deck. And driven out Now, is that deliberate? No. Rosa the benefit of the doubt.
Plenty of numbers back here for West Coast.
And plenty of time left for 2 goals.
Dean Cox now off the ground.
11 points the margin. They're 2 goals from the lead. Free kick, Quentin Lynch.
The big last quarter, the big cue stick. This is possession number 9.
Runs down a little clock.
Yeah, this is when you do want him to bang it long. Right down the line.
Glass will go. They all go. Big pack forms. Rawlings little fumble. Tap on by Garlett. Ball alive. Thompson can send it inside 50. Went to Pedersen, who's caught. That's gone too. He's spent. Umpire said didn't have prior opportunity and will ball it up.
He didn't try very hard then, Pedersen.
Oh.
With 2 minutes left on the clock, that's the time to give a quick kick in there. Put the defence under some pressure.
Inside 2 minutes.
It's a lot easier to close it up here. A bounce down near the boundary line. The next player will be out of bounds.
Pritis caught. Precious seconds tick by. Half the hearts of Western Australia on the line here with the West Coast Eagles, the wooden spooners from last year, trying to sell their fans some hope.
This is risk time. Out the back now, you've got to be going.
Big thump, boundary line. Garlett got there first. Didn't want to kick it long, gives to Thompson. He wants to kick it long. A floater. Tough to mark. Oh, Hansen.
Gee, that was a terrific mark.
And this becomes a monstrous kick. He puts this through. There's still a minute and change to steal this one. Starts it left, can't bend it back enough. The moment was there for him. He wasn't equal to it.
1 to go, 4 he's kicked. 2 Hansen, not good enough for a forward. Need to do better than that. He's missed some easy ones today.
I'm not sure I would have given him the outlet kick there. Got to push his own across. North players really tired.
They've just allowed them to maintain possession and take some clock.
Well, it's just they gave him that kick which they've allowed all day, which is the release kick to the back pocket, which is fine until the game's on the line. Then you've got to get a bit sharper here.
Brown, the target, can't get there. Ferrito could go for home from 55. Drives a drop punt long over Hansen's head. So it was there for Ferrito again. They had the opportunity and he didn't kick it straight. They've had their chances, North Melbourne. Kicked the first 3 goals of this match. Stole the lead back again at 3/4 time.
Yeah, it's a good effort by West Coast, though, really, isn't it? I mean, they were challenged. We all thought they were cooked, but they've found something in this last quarter.
Big pluck from McMahon, almost. Kennedy was there. Couldn't take it. Down to 20 seconds. High free. Time against them. They get a goal here. They might have chance for a takeaway from the middle.
It'll be hard to get a mark.
Yeah,
West Coast will push numbers back.
Absolutely, and that'll do it. That kick. Throws it on the boot.
Oh, free kick.
And it's Edwards' fault, but the trouble is the clock hasn't stopped. No time on's been called. Siren sounds. It's over. It's just a matter of the margin.
Why wasn't the clock stopped?
He kicks the goal, but the West Coast Eagles win. A 4-point victory and their perfect record in round 1 matches at Subiaco Oval is maintained. The West Coast Eagles, for the 12th time, win their round 1 battle at Subiaco. And after winning the wooden spoon last year, this is the perfect start for them for a resurrection. 13-14, 92 to North Melbourne, 13-10, 88. And Glenn Jakovic is downstairs with Dean Cox.
Thanks very much, Drano. Dino, 29 touches, 29 hitouts, 2 goals. A good win for the club first up.
Yeah, fantastic. We've really set ourselves for this over the whole pre-season. Had some pre-season form, which was pretty good. And just capped it off tonight with a very hard-fought win.
Pretty warm. I saw you cramping up. You didn't take part in the ruck in the last quarter, mate. You got another 21 rounds of this. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, very bizarre. First round, I thought I'd get through it without cramping, but couldn't do it. So just good. Winchy, you did a fantastic effort in the last quarter, which was great.
Jack Darling, 2 goals. You must have been impressed with his debut. And Andrew Gaff on that outer wing, he certainly was dominant in the last quarter.
Yeah, some fantastic young kids who have worked really hard to earn a spot round one. And Jack, well, he just hits the footy as hard as he can. You know, all the players have a lot of respect for him off a short amount of time. And hopefully Gaffy plays 200 games for this footy club.
Enjoy the win, mate. I know the boys are very happy. Well done.
Thank you.
Dean Cox with Glenn Jakovic. It's going to be a tough sell for North Melbourne after this loss. First up against last year's wooden spoon winner. It's been a tough afternoon at the office. They've been a lot of men down, but the game was theirs for the taking. But the good news for the West Coast Eagles.